Hello! Today we have a Casablanca Delta II in Glossy Black. This ceiling fan is from January of 1986. Because it's from 1986, it does have a 4-blade only flywheel. And I did add on the tassel myself, however, otherwise this fan is completely original. And it did come with the traditional downrod and hang true, however, that is not being used for the sake of this video. However, it did come with that. The fan itself did come 100% complete, which was nice. And overall, it's in pretty good condition. There are a few scuff marks on the switch cap, however, otherwise, none really to be seen. And it runs really nicely, aside from the bearings. The bearings are atrocious. Some of the loudest and most obnoxious I've ever heard. It almost sounds as if someone took salt, sea salt, and sand and dumped it into the shaft of this fan before assembling it. It is so obnoxiously loud. You'll see that once we get up to medium and high speeds, but first let's start it off with low. But yeah, aside from that, it runs quite nicely. So this fan will need a bearing replacement pretty soon. I do plan on starting that project as soon as I take this fan down. Now, I've talked about this before, but Glossy Black is one of Casablanca's oddball finishes from the 80s and early 90s. Glossy Black was part of the designer series, which was introduced in 1986 as new designer finishes that appealed to the wackier decorating and designing trends of the 80s and early 90s. This one debuted in 1986 along with Ferrari Red, Designer Gray, Snow White, and Decorator Mauve. And then the following year, I believe Dusty Rose and Moroccan Sand were introduced. Alright, we'll take it up to medium now. And something worth noticing is that this fan is, this one does have a slower low than most Casablancas. Not sure if that has to do with just the capacitor or the motor itself, or maybe it's due to the bad bearings, but it is slower than some of the other Slumber 3 fans I have. And now that it's up to medium, the loud bearing noise is becoming more evident. It's kind of intermittent on medium, coming off and on here and there. It is blowing good air though already, as Casablancas always do. I got 4 of these Glossy Black Delta IIs from a hair salon out in Harrisburg that was closing up shop. You know, the owner was closing up, retiring, and selling the property, and he decided to sell all the stuff within his hair salon, including electrical fixtures. So the fans were listed on Marketplace, and I was able to get a hold of them. Alright, now let's take this up to high. And then this is when the bearing noise will really start to become evident. It's actually not being quite as loud as it has been before, but again, it's still pretty obnoxious. But again, aside from that, it runs really smoothly. It's pretty well balanced and, you know, no, like, cosmetic issues or anything. Also, something else is that Casablanca actually had 2 different versions of black. Oh yeah, it's starting to get louder now. Guess it just needed a little bit of time to get the bearings into full noise mode or something. But Casablanca did have 2 different versions of black. They had both charcoal black, which was one of the original 9 finishes, and then glossy black, which was introduced in 1986. Glossy black, of course, being glossy, charcoal black being more of a matte black. So not to get the 2 confused. Turn it off. And there you go. This is one of 4 Glossy Black Casablanca Delta II ceiling fans. So, hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching. Bye!